Hey guys, it's Melanie alongside my trusty assistant Alf, who is of course in my lap. He reported for duty just as soon as he heard me coming in here and planting myself on the ground. So as always, if you are new here, Alf is my beloved little pug boy, and he usually likes to hang out for most of these home fragrance related videos because I'm usually sitting on the ground when I'm recording them. You'll probably hear some snores in the background. Enjoy the free pug ASMR, I guess. He usually is pretty quiet and just kind of hangs out in the background, so hopefully it's not too terribly distracting. It is time once again for ye old weekly home fragrance roundup, the video that I like to upload most Saturdays, where I share everything that I was burning, melting, crocking, and lamping over the course of the last week. I also candle chit chat, you know, just kind of talking about home fragrance in general. I have a little bit of a haul to share with you guys today. I had an order come in that I placed with Kringle. I will save that haul for near the end of the video. I have a lot of stuff that I was burning this week. It was really kind of a week of like a lot of variety. I was really good about like being diligent with my little candle burning schedule that I have for myself. So the way that I usually cycle through my home fragrance is typically when I get up in the morning, which is fairly early. My sleep schedule it's a nightmare these days. So I'm usually up pretty early in the morning. I will usually start by lighting a candle in the kitchen while I'm making my coffee. And then I will usually probably come into this room here, light a candle on this table, and I let those go for about 3 hours. Then I blow those out. Then I go into the dining room, light a candle in there, and then walk into the living room, light a candle in there. So for the most part, I usually have 2. Occasionally, I will do 3 candles at a time going, and I just do that all day long. I do work from home, so I'm able to go through a fair amount of home fragrance with this little system. Also, at the same time, I usually have my Scentsy warmers on. I will turn those on in the morning when I wake up, turn them off when I go to bed at night. And then my candle lamps are on timers. Those are usually on an 8-hour setting. And then my candle crocks are a 24/7 kind of situation for me. So if you are new here, be sure to check out the description box right below this video. There's a bunch of things that I reference down there. If you don't know what a candle crock is, if you don't know what a candle lamp is, if you don't know how to use those, there's actually a video that I made called Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101. There are links to everything that I'm showing you guys here. There are discount codes for the different candle companies. If I have one, I pass that along to you guys down there. Yeah, just sales information for the sales for this weekend for, you know, the different companies, all of that fun stuff. But yeah, you guys, there was a lot to discuss this week, so we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. Now, I do have my phone here because I took pictures of everything that I have currently going in my crocks and my lamps. I do have a number of crocks and lamps throughout the house. I'm not necessarily using every single one every single day, but sometimes it's kind of hard for me to like remember which ones are on and what's in there. So lately I've been taking pictures, and that's very helpful because you know what? I'm getting old and sometimes my memory sucks. So let us start with the candle crock that is in my laundry room. So in there, I decided to put Trick or Treat from Kringle. And I know a lot of like the Halloween purists are probably cringing that I relegated it to a crock, but I did that specifically because I actually love the fragrance so much. And honestly, I feel like I get more oomph out of it. I also feel like I almost get a longer home fragrance life, I guess. I obviously don't get the flame, but it's definitely kind of an apple-based scent. And honestly, at this point in the year, I am kind of doing away with apple scents. A lot of people go through October with, you know, melting, burning apple. For me, apple is mostly a September thing. I'm very seasonal with my burning. I have some rules that I put in place for myself, which are probably kind of silly and completely unnecessary. You can burn whatever you want year round, but for me, I've just always done it this way, so it's what makes me happy. But I decided to put that in there, and you guys, the performance is incredible. It smells so good. I'm loving it in there, and I know that I'm gonna get 2 solid weeks out of that one in that candle crock, so you'll be hearing about that one again next week. So that is what is in the candle crock in there. Next, let's go to what I'm actually currently burning in my kitchen, on the kitchen island, because I took pictures of this too. So I have the, it's the Homeworx Luxe in the Autumn Pumpkin, and then right next to it, I don't normally do this where I burn 2 candles next to each other, but this is just proving to be such a delicious combination that I've been doing this a lot this week. I have Kringle's Reserve Great Pumpkin going at the same time, so this is actually what it looks like there in the kitchen. But oh man, you guys, that is a delicious combo, and those two mingling with the Trick or Treat coming around the corner from the laundry room is just, it is fall perfection. I am just in love with what's happening at that end of the house right now, home fragrance wise. Absolutely delicious, love it. Now, moving along to what is underneath my lamp that is in the, it's in our like butler's pantry area. I currently have, of course, Homeworx Berry Pumpkin Waffles. Listen, I bought so many of these that like I just kind of like I have to start melting them at this point, because I'm trying to work through the backlog of my Homeworx candles that just honestly, at the rate that I can burn them, like I'm never gonna get through them fast enough. And I am trying to open up some closet space in my house for things like, I don't know, linens, coats, stuff like that, instead of just like hoarding candles. So anyway, I am melting a lot of Homeworx candles, and I can tell you, if you have Homeworx candles that do not behave for you because of whatever reason, get a lamp. The ones that I recommend in the description box down below work quite well with the Homeworx candles. And if you want to get some life out of those because you can't return them or whatever, that is a great way to still get some use out of those Homeworx candles. The Berry Pumpkin Waffles actually burns just fine, but I just decided to melt it because I love the scent, and it's a nice thing to always have going in the background. Once again, it plays really nicely with a lot of the other fall stuff that I typically have going. If you're new here, I obviously tend to favor more gourmand type scents, so you're not going to see a whole lot of like fresh fragrances that I'm going through. So yeah, anyway, but if you're a gourmand lover or you love fruity scents, I'm your girl. Okay, I went ahead and I burned the Radiant Apple, which was another Kringle Reserve release recently. I burned that to, it was probably 2/3 gone. And the last little bit, because I recently finished up Reserve Red Delicious, once again, another apple scent, I ended up putting the last bit of that Radiant Apple, sorry, there's so many apples going right now. I put that in our master bedroom in the crock in there. It is so good. Honestly, my favorite apple scent from Kringle is hands down the Radiant Apple. If you have not tried it, it's still available. A lot of the recent Reserve candles, a lot of the candles from the Mercury Glass Jar drop, sorry, he's readjusting. They're not sold out yet. And I really think that's because Kringle raised the price to $34, which with my discount code of 15% off, that'll save you a little bit. But I think they were already kind of like pushing the upper end of most people's budget with the last increase. So I think that's why a lot of these are hanging around. So if you're interested in any of them and you know they typically have sold out on you, you can get them now. So that might be a situation going forward where a lot of us don't have to rush in and try to purchase things because they sell out quickly at the price point where they're at. I think that a lot of people are having to pull back a little bit, which is unfortunate, but the cost of raw materials, I think, are going up significantly these days. And just like every other business, you know, all the candle businesses are passing those increases along to us. Bath and Body Works has increased their candles to an absolutely absurd price point for like the quality of the burn. You know, Homeworx raised their prices a significant amount. Like, it's a lot. So anyway, don't love that. It just is what it is, I think, though. Okay, in the upstairs hallway bath, I do have a lamp in there, and I opted to move my autumn pumpkin patch from the back bedroom, from the lamp in there into the hallway, just because I really like that one, but it's not traveling from that back bedroom into the hallway as much as I would like, so I just decided to move it up there. And I think that is everything that I'm melting or crocking right now in terms of lamps or crocks. So and what I have currently lit. But oh, I forgot to tell you guys about this one. So right here behind me is a Cheerful Giver pumpkin pecan Belgium waffles. Wow, I really messed that up. Pecan Belgium waffles. It's almost done. I actually filmed an in-depth review of that a little earlier this week. That'll be up next week at some point. But yeah, that one is now on its last legs. I've almost burned it completely down. So if you're interested in the in-depth review, that will be coming up, but that is also lit in here. So right now is one of those few times where, for example, I have 3 candles lit at any given time. All right, other things that I was burning and melting this week. First of all, I finished these 2 Homeworx candles, and as a girl who is currently trying to finish up a lot of her Homeworx stash, not that I'm not going to be purchasing Homeworx in the future, but I'm just not purchasing in the mass quantities that I used to. So for me, I was the type of person where when I really loved a scent, for example, like hot cider donut, I would buy like 10 of them. It's too much. Like if I do that for every single scent that I love, I'm gonna end up with like 300 candles in no time, right? And I ended up with a lot of candles in no time. And so now I'm just trying to make this concerted effort to get through these. But I do still purchase new releases from Homeworx. I just do them like one at a time. So yeah, it's my current policy right now. Who knows what the future is gonna hold, but right now I just need to like open up some closet space in this house. So that's my current path. Anyway, finished both of these. These were actually really delicious together, and that's why I finished them at the same time. I was burning them at the same time. I have reviews, in-depth reviews of both already on my channel, so you can look those up. This is the Coffee Shop. It does have a nutmeg note. Those of you that hate nutmeg are gonna hate this scent. I loved it, but it paired really well with hot cider donut. It basically smelled like a Dunkin' Donuts or like a donut coffee shop in here. It was such a great combination. I always had these two going together, and that was absolutely heavenly. Another candle that I was really enjoying actually for the last couple of weeks, and I forgot to bring it in here last week, and look how far down I am on this. It's the Autumn Spice. When this first was released and I was reviewing it, I was like, oh, this is nice. You know, it's mostly just fall spices. But I really didn't think that I would become very attached to it because there's nothing gourmand about it. Like, it's just mostly like a spicy kind of scent, right? But boy, does it pair well with any other candle that I had going over the course of this week. It just was that lovely extra kick of spice. And I don't mean like crazy, like red hot cinnamon spice, like just a really nice, almost allspice type note. So good and wonderful to pair with anything that I'm going to show you here today. This one's fabulous. So on its own, I'm not sure that I would ever really burn this a whole lot just like by itself, but pairing it with anything else, I love it. And the fact that I'm already down to here that's wild. So I really, really love that one. What is this? Okay, I was also melting this week, but it's not currently on, so I brought it in here. This is Sugar and Vanilla Bean. Wow, I don't even think that I need to pour off this first layer quite yet. I I still smell quite a bit of fragrance in that first layer. So I am melting this underneath one of my candle lamps. This is a cheerful giver. Now these are paraffin. I don't personally love paraffin. Look, there are people out there who can smell the soy in a soy-based candle, and there are people out there who can smell the paraffin in a paraffin-based candle, or the coconut wax has kind of a funky scent to their nose. I'm one of the people that thinks that paraffin is very noticeable in paraffin-based candles, despite the addition of the fragrance oils. So this was one where, it was quite weak, but I also smelled a lot of that paraffin in there. So I've actually been melting this. When I melt it, that paraffin goes away. It's just some interaction with the flame and the wax that causes that fragrance note to or that paraffin note to basically hit my nose. And I don't smell it when just the wax is warming. I don't know the science behind that, but it's my thing. So a lot of these cheerful giver candles I have been burning to about the halfway point, and then reviewing and then melting. And that has worked quite well for me. But for me, a cheerful giver is not going to be a go-to candle company like a whole lot in the future, just because they are exclusively paraffin, and personally, I tend to prefer soy myself. All right, here is the Pumpkin Chata, again from a cheerful giver. I have to tell you guys, in terms of strength and throw, this has been the absolute hands down winner out of all of the ones that I've purchased from a cheerful giver. So if you're looking for a powerhouse from them, you should check this out. Also, it turns out a cheerful giver is available at QVC. I did not know that until someone pointed it out to me. They're also available, I think, at some other random retailers, but the QVC really kind of surprised me. So anyway, if you're interested, you can find them there, or obviously through their website. I purchased mine directly from their website. All right, my beloved warm vanilla sugar. Okay, first of all, thank you to everyone who sent me messages this week about this being on sale at Bath & Body Works for a super great price point. I opted not to place an order because, once again, I'm trying to keep my candle collection in check, but believe me, it killed me. That being said, I know that the next time that I do want to order this, it's usually always available on the website, so I know I'll be able to get more of this, which is why I didn't immediately pounce on it. Here we have Kringle cookies. This one, oh, you guys, this is one of the new holiday scents for Kringle this year. Kringle and Crinkle. That's really, it's messing with my mind right now. But this is a new scent for the Kringle Holiday 2023 release. I'm not sure if did I already put this review up? I have a review of this filmed. I can't remember if it's up or not, but should be up shortly if it's not. At any rate, this is ooh, this is delicious. Listen, if you like crinkle cookies, you need to try this. That is absolutely yummy. Okay, orange clove. Actually, yeah, you should have seen the video for this, because I think I uploaded it the same day that I uploaded my review of orange clove. All right, so here's the thing about the orange clove. First of all, I think it's sold out now at QVC, but secondly, it is a really nice orange pomander scent. I will give it that, but the strength and throw is, it struggles a little bit in that department, but I feel like we're all kind of used to that by now, unfortunately, with Homeworx. I have noticed improvements, but it's not improvements across the board. And those of you that are looking for improvements across the board, I cannot tell you that I have personally noticed that quite yet. Like I said, it kind of varies from candle to candle. Some candles are better than others. Some are stronger than others. You know, it's a little hit and miss still. But that being said, this was a lovely scent profile. It is what I prefer in an orange pomander, which is a little bit more focused on the citrus than the clove. So in that respect, it was yummy. But yeah, strength and throw, this still needs help with that one. Okay, we have Pomegranate Punch. This is another new release from Kringle this year. Man, if you want a fruity scent for the holidays, here you go. This is really, really well done. This also has cranberry in it, as well as a touch of apple. It's really unique, really interesting. I also filmed a review of this week, so that I don't think is up yet. That'll probably be up next week at some point. All right, apple pumpkin pie. I was loving this one this week. Oh, this one it's such a classic. It is a very kind of old-fashioned fall scent to my nose. It reminds me a lot of like a craft store type vibe in a way, but this one also very much reminds me of my mom's house. She really loves fragrances like this, especially in the fall and the winter months. So whenever I smell something like this, it very much just reminds me of going home. Yeah, you know, and everybody loves to go home, right? Like it's the place where, besides your own home when you're an adult, going home to your parents' house is like the most comforting, happy place to be, right? So anyway, this is a classic take on an apple and a pumpkin pie scent combined. I think it's a little bit more heavy on the pumpkin pie element, but it is delicious, and it's got those classic fall spices. You just cannot go wrong with this one. Heavenly. And this bad boy, ugh, the Country Candle Cherry Crumble. Now, to me, cherry is more of a like summer type vibe, and this one here, while I'm enjoying it right now, it does have some cranberry in it, and that's what I think makes it like more palatable for me during the fall months. But I could totally see myself burning this in the summer as well. And if there's any type of major sale on the fall candles, like as we near the end of the year, I would totally consider purchasing like several of these just to have them on hand for next summer, just in case they don't have them in stock then. But Cherry Crumble is, ooh, fabulous. I love this one. This is really, really yummy. Oh, you guys, my beloved jelly donut. Okay, first of all, I was watching I was going through some of the comments from last week's video, and I was like, what is this type of donut called? And when I watched it back, I was like, you idiot, it's a jelly donut, because it says right on the label, right? But I swear that I have heard these referred to as like something else, and someone jogged my memory in the comments of that video and said like raspberry Bismarck, and I was like, yes, that is the term that I have like heard in the past for this specific type of donut, which is, you know, the donut that has like the really, like the middle is filled with a lot of like air pockets and stuff, and they're very easy to fill. Like you just, you know, like stick these into those like jelly filling machines, and then you sprinkle them with the powdered sugar. They're delicious. That's my favorite type of donut for sure. Besides, like, what was it, the bear claws? No, it's not a bear claw. Do bear claws have chunks of apple in them? What's the donut that has the apples? Apple cider donut. I love those too, but like I'm thinking specifically apple cruller? No, that's not. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about donuts right now. And then the last one that I was burning this week pretty diligently was my Luxe. Ooh, look how low I am. Oh, I'm gonna be finished with this probably before the end of October, which will be fine. I still have many more harvest leaves from Homeworx. This is my holy grail fall scent that actually takes me into the holidays. I think this is one of the best fragrances that Homeworx has ever come out with. And it came out the first year that Homeworx was actually in existence. It was at that point exclusive to QVC. I have loved it ever since. And yeah, harvest leaves is always a staple for me during the fall and into the holiday, like I said. Now these Luxe candles are, I have a pretty good experience with these. They should though ultimately be a little bit more powerful than what they actually are. But that being said, I certainly smell harvest leaves throughout the bulk of the downstairs when I have this one going. It is yummy, yummy, yummy. And then really quickly, let's go through the wax melts that I was loving this past week, and then I will share my little Kringle haul with you guys. Also tomorrow, Lisa and I have our fall collab video coming at you. So if you are interested in our fall picks for the fall, Lisa and I do these videos like seasonally, basically. So this is our fall version that's coming up. Make sure you're subscribed, and that should pop up in your subscription feed. If you're not familiar with who Lisa is one of my best friends. She's also my Scentsy consultant. I met her here through YouTube, and I just adore her. So I buy all of my Scentsy from Lisa. Okay, so this week was some pumpkin roll, because we are in full-on pumpkin season. Since we're like well into October, I am just loving all things pumpkin. So we did some of that. Some Stroopwafel Delight, which is in my club. If you don't know what a Stroopwafel is, it's basically two thin waffle wafers that have caramel like thinly spread in the middle, and then they're sandwiched together, and then it's one of the most yummy things you could eat. This smells exactly like a Stroopwafel. By the way, my friend Frankie told me that the Stroopwafels are available, like the holiday size tins. They're available at Costco now, so I don't know who's joining me on a trip to Costco to get some Stroopwafels, but I'll be heading there. I think much to the chagrin of my doctor, who actually told me that I need to lose like 20 pounds. No, actually she said 25 to 30, but at the minimum she wants me to lose 20 pounds. What? That's so hard. And like, she told me this right before the holidays. That's depressing. Anyway, let's keep going with things that make me want to eat. This is Frightfully Delightful, again from Scentsy. This is pumpkin and peach. It also has some other stuff happening in it, but man, this one is delicious. Now, normally I don't think of peach as like a fall vibe type situation, but it's really delicious paired with the pumpkin here. It's almost like a grilled peach. Just trust me, this is worth trying. The performance of this is quite good. By the way, the performance of this is quite good. The performance of this is quite good. I can smell all these very, very easily. I also went through a happy birthday, which is in my club. This to me smells like Funfetti birthday cake. I live for it, and I will never ever be without it. By the way, I think my club is shipping soon, so I'll be getting another load of happy birthday coming in here shortly, and thankfully at least another Stroopwafel Delight. I think I only have like 3 of those. Wow, you are really sawing a log here, sir. Oh, almond croissant. If you are new here, I am an avid almond croissant lover, and I am pissed that Scentsy has yet to bring it back, or that they haven't even included it in like Bring Back My Bar voting. This smells exactly like an almond croissant. You get the pastry note, you get like that almond paste type note as well. It's so good. I don't know why they ever discontinued this. That's wild to me. This is so authentic, so delicious, and the performance is rock star. So, so good. And then the very last one that I have for you guys today is Scary Good, which is very similar to pumpkin carving from Bath & Body Works. If you want a matching wax melt to pumpkin carving, they're not exact dupes of each other, but very, very similar. And this, it's perfection. It's definitely a spicier pumpkin. Again, great performance, but just really, really delicious. So that is what I was doing this week in terms of my Scentsy warmers. And now let's get into the Mercury glass jar haul that came from Kringle a few days ago here. I actually just unpacked these. So of course, you know, I had to pick up one of these bad boys. What is this? This is my beloved Wishing for Christmas. And this one is so full, you guys. Like, it's so full. Well, I guess the other ones are, well, hold on. Maybe, no, it is just a touch more full than the other ones. These just tend to have, the other ones have slightly longer wicks, but this is Wishing for Christmas. These are still available at this point. Honestly, the reason that I didn't do doubles or triples of all of these was because I genuinely thought that like these were gonna, you know, sell out, and I didn't want to be a pig about it, because last year a lot of people missed out on these because they were so limited. But again, with the price increase, I think a lot of people passed. So now that there are still many readily available, I'll probably place another order. Here's the thing though, a lot of these scents are available in the regular lineup, and that'll save you a few bucks. You can use my code MELANIE15 to save 15% off of these, or save 15% off of like the candles in like the regular holiday line as well. Wishing for Christmas is actually in the country candle line this year, so if you'd rather try it there, you can do that. But I love this one. It is sugar cookie with a touch of pine. It's a must, and this one joins my my 3 backups that I had from last year. I love this one. Ooh, guess who got cut off by her camera because she's talking too much? This guy. All right, so again, we're still sticking with the mercury glass jar here. I don't think that I showed you guys how beautiful these are. Oh, they're so pretty, aren't they? I am a huge fan of mercury glass. I have a lot of mercury glass throughout the house. So this just is perfect for me during the holidays. A lot of the decor that I have that I put up around Christmas just blends really well with specifically this like style of jars. So this one here is Christmas Stroll. If you are looking for like the holiday wreath on the front door, that's what this is. It is heavenly. I think that Kringle does tree scents incredibly well. In fact, I think that the tree scents from Kringle, at least for me, are even better than the tree scents from Homeworx. And I have loved some tree scents from Homeworx in the past. In fact, my all-time fave from them is probably the Season's Greetings. But just in general, the variety of tree scents that Kringle has, I think they just have a better scent profile. Anyway, let's keep going. This is Christmas. Once again, just freshly cut tree. So good. Absolute perfection. Oh, it just makes me want to put up my Christmas tree, but I cannot. Not until after Halloween. Yeah. Per my husband's request, we at least have to get through Halloween, so I'm trying to be respectful. All right, and the last one is Snow-Capped Fraser. Again, another beautiful tree scent. This one is so fresh and beautiful. I just love this one. I love it. And it's beautiful. It's just, I think the white mercury glass definitely has, I think, the most, I would say, elegant look to it. But I also really love the green. The red, I don't know. I do like the red, but if I had to choose in terms of colors, I think the white and the green they're doing it for me the most. So anyway, you guys, that's what I picked up so far from the mercury glass launch. And since there are still many left over, I don't have to feel like a greedy pig by maybe picking up a few more. Although I think what I have here will definitely get me through this holiday season. But in terms of backups for next year, just in case they don't re-release this again, I would like to have a few more on hand to get me through the next couple of holiday seasons. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys today. I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up, and maybe leave a little clapping emoji for Alphonse in the comments down below because he was such a good boy this time around. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.